So we do want to lower our discontent as well. So at this point I will lower these actually. Steel as well. Now that there's two of them on the go, that's going to be fine. They were always like that as well, and we can reduce the wood because we have plenty of wood. One is still overtime. Oh, it's probably one of these gathering ones. Yeah, it is. And I'm okay with keeping that one overtime for now. A little bit of extra thing, and in fact, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you go on the steel for now, because we do still have enough coal from everything else. Yeah, focus on getting some coal in off the ground before before the temperature drops again, where we won't be able to touch it. Well, we could, but it wouldn't be worth it. Okay, right. So let me just make sure as well that I have some more fighting arenas down. So let's see, we'll go ahead and take that house out. I'll just put a tent down over here. We've got coal mining research. What are we going to want next? Probably more heating. Actually, we'll get faster scouts first. We have a little bit of time before we need to worry about heating too much. Actually, no, we don't. We have less than I thought. Oh well. Coal mine is automated, but the engine has the engine is pressurized, but the mining has stopped. The snow around it is untrodden, and an eerie silence hangs in the air. I'm going to take the coal or dismantle it. Sometimes I keep this alive, but I feel like dismantling it is going to be a more fun option. Let's see how far we can get with keeping everything in-house. Timely intervention. Sir, a child has climbed the generator, slipped and fell, but thankfully was caught by a neighbourhood watch member who was on patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. Could have ended with broken legs or worse. If it weren't for our watchmen, the neighbour commented. We're lucky to have them. I'm glad it ended well. Okay, well, at least we saved another child. What I'm going to do is just take 5 of them out just so I can get some buildings done. Don't need a factory quite yet. How much is it dropping? It's dropping by 1. Okay. Actually, the other thing I need to look at again is the food. There's nothing else we can do. Bunkhouses we don't really need yet, because we can just increase. Actually, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll increase the power. It does increase the usage, but it might be a better way of doing it for the moment. It looks like that's gone now, so I can put another fighting arena in here. And get another one in right there. Let me just see the neighborhood watch. I'm gonna want one there. Oh. No, because there is gonna need to be houses moved over there at some point just for this symmetry. Make sure everybody has something. Okay, coal is actually almost at capacity, which is an unusual thing. Okay, so we have steel and steam cores. It's not a living soul in the camp, but we found a dozen of emancipated bodies. Surprisingly, some of them were amputees fitted with prosthetics. Okay. The Iran camp was well supplied with everything except for food. Searching the tents, we found more victims of hunger, most of them badly worn but sophisticated artificial limbs bearing the company symbol Tesla Manufacturing. We can only bury them and take their equipment. So we will send them out to the settlement. We are completely full on both coal and wood, and this guy's coming back with both. So what I'm actually going to do, no, is resources. Extends our, okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll just put down a couple of these. Why don't you fit in there? Oh, you're actually, oh, I won't get a road through there, will I? Oh, I will. Nice. Go ahead and get a couple of these down so we can actually store these resources. So what I'll do is I'll just temporarily send him off right beside the city, just to make sure we have enough time for this. And we once again have enough room here, so you're going in there, and I'll need another one then somewhere there. Let me just get, you'll be there. One like that, and one like that. Not the most efficient way of doing it, but it means everyone has access, which is quite nice. We do still need to get the hope up, so hopefully we can do that very soon. People are getting sick again. You're there, I know. Just give me a second. Londoners have gained more followers, which is not great. So go ahead, wood, coal, wood, and steel. By the time he was actually there and we had them built, using them on its own was enough to reduce some of the reduce the resources to let him in, but oh well, it's done now. So we're going to have a look at more purpose stuff, so we can get morning gatherings. Morning gatherings will raise the hope from time to time. Hope will rise slightly. Or guard stations. New building, guard stations. Guard stations raise the hope of people living nearby. Lowers discontent of people living nearby. You can use guards to break up protests. You'll have to build 2 guard stations and discontent will rise slightly. So we will go ahead. Which one do we want? Morning gatherings will raise hope from time to time. That's going to raise discontent. What's our discontent like at the moment? It's actually quite low. Okay, so we'll go with guard stations.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
And we'll go put them all down immediately. And also, do I have any workers out gathering stuff? Yeah, here. Pull them workers back so they can actually build it.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
Okay, so we are quite cold now. Oh, I thought I researched that. Apparently not.
No time to waste. We've got work to do.
Okay, well, first things first. Let me just go ahead and get everyone in, so I don't have extra sick people. Okay. Gonna want heaters on. That's the building apparently. This is chilly, that's chilly. What's that? Oh, the pub. Our scouts also. Let's go ahead. Oh, yeah, you can go back out. The settlement seems to have been abandoned. It consists of several tidy wooden shacks that are now completely empty. An upright boulder stands in the center. Explore. The center of the settlement is marked with an upright boulder. On its rough planed face, someone has chiseled the following: "May God forgive the genius who sacrifices human lives in the name of progress, for we can't, exiles of the Tesla City." We won't touch the monument, but it looks like, but we decided to dismantle the huts for wood. That wasn't nice of the people in Tesla City. Let's have a look at the walled community. We can go ahead and get the efficiency upgrades. What is our At this point I'm going to want to have the coal running off the automaton. So, how are we looking? Yeah, so coal off of just one automaton is not great. So let's look at either efficiency upgrades or coal upgrades. So we'll get the first efficiency one. It's not going to be a huge difference, but it will help. Guard stations have been built, so that's quite nice. Hope has risen quite a bit with that one upgrade alone. Our coal is plummeting. How are we looking now? A day. Not great. Okay. So suppose the only other option then is a second coal mine. We have plenty of cores, so we might as well. Oh, there was two there. I thought there was only one. Okay, cool. So we'll get a second coal mine, and what are we going to want next? It's not really worth upgrading the range just for 2 at the moment, but we'll get more survivors later. Actually, no. We can give them houses. We can upgrade the bunkhouses and just upgrade those 2 for now. That's the smart way of doing it.
Rest time. Work is done for the day.
Speaking of survivors, numerous snow shelters are expertly built from blocks of hard-packed snow huddled around cold, burnt-out fires. Deadly silence hangs over the colony. Explore. Some of the exiles are still alive, just barely. We could try bring them to our city, although they may die on the way. One of the dying held a diary to his chest. Read the last entry: exiled from Tesla City with food and fuel running out. We sent the strongest among us to search for help. They are our last hope. This letter refers to these poor Yankees we buried. So we can escort them, leave them, or we can rob them. No, we're good. We're going to escort them back to the city. Where possible, we're going to help everyone. So we have 35, fucking hell, 35, 45, 50, okay, so I'm going to need 6 houses, unless I have, okay, great, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, just so we're unlocking bunkhouses then, because that would be a lot of sick people. We will get some engineers working in there. We will turn that on. First amputee. To save this patient's life, we had to perform an amputation. As a result, this person won't be able to work. I see. We don't have any time for another law at the moment. But there we go. So we've had our first amputee. So the amputee is now going to just remain in one of these medical outposts unless we make a care post, or give them a prosthetic so they can get back to work. People regain hope. For the first time, the Londoners have failed to persuade anyone to abandon the city and flee to London. People are recovering from the shock of the news and starting to have hope for the future. I'm glad. See? It's not all doom and gloom. How are we going to survive this? What should we do? Don't you worry about it. One of the other things I forgot to do for a long while, actually, is organise food. Oh my god. Just when I saw that fly down, I was like, oh fuck, no food. They've lived pretty well so far. But we did get an influx of food from someone, so that definitely did help. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to want to get a couple of these. Those ones at least upgraded. It does unfortunately make everyone in them homeless while it's being built. So what I'll do is I'll turn off my steel for now, just so they are definitely being built even more. Great. This is a convoy carrying workers that got lost in the blizzard. They are weak and have no provisions. We should listen to their story and escort them to the city. Okay. They sought winter home. The workers who were riding in this convoy told us that they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we just couldn't pick it up, they say. We tried to follow a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. Let's escort them back to the city. Of course we will. Of course we will. So 26, 36, 47. No, 45. Okay. So that's another 5 houses. Great. Okay. Plenty of houses. At this point, how's our... Yeah, we don't even need any insulation on those. So instead, let's start looking to get our next level for coal. You can disband the scouts or send them back. Okay, sorry, people have come back. I misread that at the start. Okay, so let's head out to the... Ooh, the dreadnought. At this point, we do have more people, so let's make sure all of our buildings are full. And we have a new thing. So we could go down the care route, and we probably should for the amputee, but we do still need to worry about the Londoners leaving. So let's just have a look and see what other things we can get for hope. So patrol, new ability patrol. Each use will raise discontent, and each use will raise hope. Sorry, reduce discontent. Building, prison, new ability, round up to catch wrongdoers and their misguided ways. You have to build a prison, and discontent will rise slightly. Don't need that at the moment. Propaganda building, propaganda. The propaganda center raises hope. Shows detailed information on sources of discontent. New ability. The propaganda center can distribute bulletins raising hope. We'll go with something that doesn't require a building for now, because we do have quite a few buildings to build. So we'll get a patrol, and if we click on here, we can go ahead. It costs us 10 food rations, but we can go ahead and get that done. So speaking of food, after all these extra people, we probably do want to go ahead and get another food depot down. So we will go ahead and do that. How's our coal looking? Not good, but we have enough for how long? Another day, so that'll be okay. We should be able to upgrade both of our coal buildings by then. And by the looks of it, we actually overestimate the amount of houses I need. Oh no, I didn't. The other people aren't here yet. Okay. Policing the streets. Sir, a group of drunk men were disturbing the peace, pushing each other, screaming obscenities and harassing the women in the streets. Our guards intervened and restrained the drunks before anyone was hurt. Let them sober up or punish them. We've all been there at some point, I'm sure. Not the women thing. Just being drunk and obnoxious in public. Writing on the wall. Captain, someone has defaced the walls with predictions of the doom of our city. It is troubling. People already fear we share the same faith. How did I misread that entirely? People already fear we'll share Winterholm's faith, and the scared minds are swayed by even the smallest nudges. Send the watchman to remove it, which will cause hope to fall, or ignore it, which will cause hope to fall. Yeah, we're going to send the watchman in, obviously. We want that gone. And there we go. There's more people. So our food rations are still too low, so what we're going to do is get some more. I'm actually going to go ahead and get 2 so we can start. That road didn't go the way I wanted it to, but it's fine. So we can start stockpiling a bit more now. We have plenty of people to afford it. Yeah, more than enough. Okay, so we'll go ahead and spend this time now gathering the last of all of the resources that are out on the map. One of them's already gone immediately. We can also go ahead and turn off the temperature in most of these places now, I would imagine. Not that one. That one probably, yeah, it's down. There we go. So that'll help with a bit more coal for now. And we get the next steam coal mines. There's going to want people in these. Sir, a child has come to the guard station and given the guardsman a stuffed toy of a dog. a stuffed toy dog, telling them that they should take it with them when they walk the streets at night. Seems like people appreciate those who work hard to protect the law and order in our city. I'm glad to hear that. It's quite nice. See, we're slowly getting there. So we can actually go ahead and turn down the level here as well. These houses are plenty warm. And the steam coal has also steam coal mine has been improved. So we won't even bother building that then. We'll start looking towards other stuff. Cookhouse insulation, that's going to be quite nice. We do have some more engineers, so we might as well get down a couple more tech structures.
It's time for rest.
So we might as well, we'll put them out here. So if we put a steam core out here to keep the place warm, at least, you know, they'll be warm. So we are going to have to get a bit caught up on the backlog of food. We are now out producing for food though, so we will get caught up on it pretty quickly. We'll get some of these engineers in here. How many more have we got? 27. Might even put some more down. Found a piece of full bolted to a boulder. It is engraved with the following inscription: in the year 1886, the American expedition boarded Apathias, I don't know, landed here in search of a haven from global glaciation. It's something to do with glaciers. May God preserve the souls of our fellow countrymen who perished on board on a way to sister ship Prometheus. So I discovered Tesla City.